Hi, my name is Ronan Kennedy and I'm a career coach and business mentor. If you're a new manager or a new leader and you now have the responsibility to give feedback to your team or to do performance reviews, here are a couple of tips that might help you along the way. If you find this easy to do, that's fine. But if you find it difficult or you're nervous about it, you might find having a structure to be useful. So the first thing I suppose is setting your intention or letting them know what your intention is. For example, assuming you have a positive intention, of course, you might like to tell them that this is about supporting them, providing them with useful, constructive feedback so that they can improve, and giving them some tips and suggestions on how they can progress their skills and their career. That's the first part. After that, giving them a confidence sandwich is useful. So something that's positive, something that is constructive, so how they need to improve basically, and then finishing off with something overall that's positive to finish up the meeting. So before you go into giving them your feedback, it's nice to get them to give themselves some feedback, because I don't know if you've ever been in the situation, I certainly have, where you feel like you know what hasn't gone right and you know where you need to improve, and having someone else tell you that is a little bit annoying. So if you ask them, so what do you think has gone well and what do you think you need to improve on? Let them answer those questions and then give themselves some overall positive feedback. That could be really useful. But starting off by asking them an open-ended question is useful, but then going a little bit more specific is going to be good as well, because if the person finds it hard to articulate their thoughts, giving them some criteria to work through might help them to really say what they want to get across. So a couple of points you could ask them to elaborate on is, how do you feel your enthusiasm for the role is? What do you think about your attention to detail? Tell me more about your time management skills, and your organization skills. And then overall, tell me how you feel like you're delivering results in your role. Now, again, if the answers are a little bit vague or you seem to be disagreeing, you could ask them to rank themselves 0 to 10. So 0 is they feel like they're not doing anything right, and 10 is they're absolutely perfect. And when you do this, you might find that they're very hard on themselves, so they're very critical. A lot of people tend to be very critical of themselves. So let's say they say, oh, I think I'm only a 5 there. You might say, I actually think you're more of an 8. So why do you feel like you're a 5? And here's why I think you're an 8. And it just allows you to bridge the gaps between what your perception of their work is and what their perception of their work is. But also, because you're saying they're an 8, there's still 2 parts left where they can improve. So if you tell them, well, here's what I think you could do to get to a 10, then it goes from just being a very vague review to being a very specific review with key action steps they can implement then for the next review to get to that 10, right? So finally, once they've given their feedback, and if you find it useful to do it on a scale, you can do that as well. Then it's your turn to give them the feedback. So what do you think is positive? What do you think is constructive? And then overall, something positive that they're doing and their approach to the work. So hopefully that's given you some food for thought, a structure for approaching performance reviews and for giving constructive feedback. I hope it's helped. If you like videos like this, please like and subscribe and you'll get more of them soon. Thanks for watching.